Hey guys, and welcome to this highlights, kind of highlights sort of clip video of my Salamanders tutorial that's available on my Patreon. So this is on YouTube just as a taster. It's in 1080p. The one on Patreon is filmed in 4K and is about half an hour long. But this will show you the basic principles and hopefully make you head on over and sign up for a whole $1 a month. Anyway, I'm currently pre-shading the model at the moment with Iwata Mediacom White. I pre-shade all the time. It's a fantastic technique. If you want to know a bit more about that, there is a pre-shade video on the channel, on the YouTube channel, that you can view for free. So feel free to go and have a look at that right now. So now that that's done, we're going to move on to the mid-tone, and by that I mean the main armor color, or the color you're going to work up from and down from in tone. I'm using Caliban green. It's just a really nice kind of neutral dark green to work up and down for the Salamanders. It's probably 40% paint, 60% thinner. I can't quite remember, but like I said, if you watch the video on the Patreon, it's much more in depth because I took notes and things like that for it, but I don't have those in front of me at the moment. Either way, you can see how thin the paint is. Basically, you just want to paint a very sort of even layer all over the model. And don't worry if you can't see the pre-shade showing through. It's really there to add tone and help you map out the high points of light, etc. So now I'm moving on to my Sotar, changed airbrush, and I'm going to reinforce the shadows with a mix of 50% Caliban green and 50% black from Vallejo. And this is really just to reinforce the very darkest areas that you defined with your pre-shade. You can see here when I spin the model around that the backs of the legs, etc., under the backpack, back underneath the arms, they're all slightly darker now, and that's just to reinforce the dark tone without painting black. Never paint black on something, guys. Now we're going to add a filter to bring those two layers together, and this is probably 20% Caliban green and 80% thinner. You want this to be super thin. You don't really want it to color the model so much as act as a wash if you want, but without the kind of intensity of a wash. So there you go. You can see it's just softened the edges between the mid-tone and the shadows. Once the camera focus. There we go. So when I spin it around now, yeah, you can see that those transitions are slightly softened, which makes a difference. And now you can also see that dynamic kind of lighting coming into effect. So we're going to start bringing up the mid-tone now. So we're going to have a 50% mix of Sick Green from Vallejo and Caliban Green. And we're painting this basically over our pre-shade. If you can remember where your pre-shade was, it's great. If not, go and look at a photo. But basically we're painting over about 80% of our pre-shade with this mix, leaving some of that original color present. I mean, the tone of the original color will come through, the Caliban green will come through just because the paint mix is so thin. So, you know, go ham with this. Just don't worry about it. Just take your time. This is all perfectly achievable with a brush as well if you have the time to do that. I just don't. But you can see now what I mean, whereas we're getting that transition of light. The model's starting to look a lot more interesting and a lot more dynamic without that kind of generic GW edge highlighted style. If you like that, that's great. It's just not for me. I don't think it's very 30k either. And now this is the first proper highlight. If you want, we're going to go 50% Sick Green, 50% thinner, and we're going to paint a band of that within the color that we just painted on. So you can see there I'm working up the fronts of the legs, the right hand side there of the armor, the right hand side of his face, because that's where the light is intended to come from. And again, that's all informed from our original pre-shade. So if you get lost at any point, go back and look at a photo of your pre-shade. Take a photo of it. It will help you you know, it will help you in this process, and it will also guide you, because that initial pre-shade just sketches out your idea of where light will fall and how much light will fall, i.e. intensity, or how bright the overlying color will be. And even on the sides that are in shadow, you can add very thin amounts of color just to again help with that blend. I made a mistake there. Don't worry, the paint's so thin you can just wipe it off, guys. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, that's that. So that's that first real bit of color added, and it looks insanely bright. Don't worry about that. It won't be that bright on the tabletop. It will not be that bright once it's dried. Bear in mind that I do paint and film under quite a large daylight light bulb, which is great for painting because you can see everything, but it does tend to make things look brighter than they actually are on the tabletop. But that's that. And I think that's already looking pretty damn good for not much effort, really. You know, I love this method because you can batch paint tons of guys in a couple of days, get all their armor out of the way. And that's what I did with my Salamanders. I think I painted 43 guys in a couple of days like this, you know, with breaks. Not sitting solidly with the airbrush, because you just can't do that, but it's a very fast method of getting a very good looking army down quickly. So now we're going to do a 50% mix of 6 green and moot green, and again that's going to be mixed with roughly 50% thinner, and again just, you know, work within that last band of color you added. That's all you're really doing here, guys. You know, you're just trying to add that illusion of where the light is falling, how the light's falling. So your mileage will vary with this. I think it's a great technique, but depending on your initial pre-shade will define where your light falls. But once you get to these stages towards the end of the kind of color intensity you're adding, that take it slowly. Be slow, be considered. Don't just spray tons. I'm sure we've all done that before. I have anyway, with an airbrush, where you're just like, oh, it'll be fine, and then it's, you know, you end up stripping it. But you can see what I'm doing. I'm catching the kind of more towards the right hand side of the model, because that's where the light's coming from effectively. And that transition of light, is really, really pronounced now. And I think you get a sense of this guy charging forward with the light coming down onto him from in front of him, and he's just about to go and wreck face. So just looks so cool. I love it. Great method. Great method. So now the final part is moot green, and it's probably 40% paint and 80% thinner. And again, just the upper areas, guys. Just work on the upper areas. That's the finished product. And I think it looks pretty damn good. Like, I think, to be honest, I'm quite happy with how it turned out. If you want more in-depth help, go to the Patreon. The link will be in the video description. It's like $1 a month, guys. It's not a lot to ask. I think you'll get a lot out of it. And if not, I'm always going to put up videos like this, snippet videos if you want. So, you know, there will always be something for free as well. It's just, you know, painting takes time and money, so I don't think it's a lot to ask for $1 a month. Anyway, hope you liked it, and happy wargaming. Bye for now, guys.